in the Taekwondo way of life during the last 20 years. Your 11-day seminar, 18 hours a day, in the cold January of the 1991 in Moscow, is the most memorable experience of our lives. Thank you so much, sir.
Master Krobov is really a gem. He is the one who gathers all the former Soviet students together.
My friends and colleagues, deputies of State Duma, members of Federation's Council and Russian government, public persons and politicians are good to meet you and know more about your activity. Let kindness be. Hope to meet you soon in Russia. First Deputy Director of the Center Gennady Burbulis, our Senate charter is for Master Jhoon Rhee.
Who taught Muhammad Ali to punch a barrel? The historical greatest boxer in history. And who taught Bruce Lee to kick a barrel? That biggest action movie ever. And who taught over 300 US
I'd like to have Grandmaster Alan Steen come up and present this to Grandmaster Rhee. Master Burleson. You know, all of the martial arts in this country, when Grandmaster Rhee started in 1956, he was the first person to teach Taekwondo in America. So he's known as the father of American Taekwondo. But to all of us, he's known as our father because we've spent more time with him over the last 50 years, a lot of them up here. And his first black belt in Texas, and without this man, Alan Steen, and also Pat Burleson, these were the first black belts of Jhoon Rhee from the University of Texas. And that's where I started my training in Texas. And without those two guys, the martial arts in this country would be a very shallow bucket compared to what it is because of these two men. So I'd like to have them present this special award to our father, Grandmaster Jhoon Rhee.
Well, I'd like to say one thing. I've known Jhoon Rhee longer than anybody in this room, since he was in Texas. Now, I'm sure that his brothers known him longer, but he came over in '71, so that doesn't count. I've known him since Dwight David Eisenhower was the president. And I can say this, I don't know how that's possible. I'm only 48 myself. But his black belts don't call him Grandmaster. We call him Great Grandmaster because he is the greatest of the Grandmasters. And what he taught us in optimism and looking at life as something to achieve, to make yourself better. No one's ever taught me as much as this man. And it's a great honor that I present this award to all of your black belts.
God grant that man of principle shall be our principal man, Thomas Jefferson. A man of principle and a principal man in the development of the global martial art spirit of honor, truth, and dignity. Thank you very much, Alan Steen. This gentleman is a successful oil businessman who is my first black belt. He studied Taekwondo in the University of Texas in 1960 and made his black belt in 1962. Since then, he and Pat Burton made Texas as Taekwondo state. Today, I am proud to say that there are over 60 million Taekwondo brothers and sisters in 189 countries. Our goal is to make Taekwondo global. '63 national champion Pat Burton and Pat Worley and John Worley brothers. Jhoon Rhee, who has been champion in Jhoon Rhee National 5 years in a row. Master Dennis Brown, who is running Capital Classic for the last 30 years in Washington, D.C. area. Joe Coley is a great martial artist from Atlanta, Georgia. Steve Oliver is another great martial artist who is running many Taekwondo studios around the world. Fred Simon, who I called Idi Amin's. My brother Sam Rhee, come over here. My sister Ongu Rhee. Heather Shackelford and her husband, my nephew-in-law Barry Shackelford. Come out. Where's Charlie Lee? Charlie Lee is my attorney, a great attorney who is very generous. We have a grandson of Einstein, Steve Einstein. And Miss Haeyoung Kim, his partner. John Chung, the world form champion. John Worley and his brother, champion Pat Worley. Ishmael Robles, the world champion. Keith Yates, not only Taekwondo master, also great writer. Former champion Otis Hooper. Michael Kors, the national champion. Major Otis Hooper Jr., the pilot for the President Obama, the US Air Force #1. Here is my beautiful daughter, Mimi Rhee, flew in from Los Angeles.
My father got me an internship here about 23 years ago, and I learned very quickly that the working environment is structured very much like a Korean home, where if you don't have a title, you're pretty much running around. So I came in, and my brother, Jhoon Rhee, and Jimmy Rhee. Jimmy recently became the Assistant Secretary of Commerce and Trade in Virginia and has a certificate of recognition from the Virginia governor, which he wanted me to read to you all. It says, Grandmaster Jhoon Rhee is one of the most talented and well-respected martial artists in the world, a tribute to countless years of dedication, endurance, focus, and hard work, and his extraordinary life exemplifies the essence of the American dream. Grandmaster Rhee has accomplished everything a martial artist could hope for, earning the highest rank of 10th degree black belt, spreading his powerful philosophy through his numerous martial arts studios and the media, and being given the honorary distinction as the father of American Taekwondo.
Do you remember Nobody Bothers Me commercial?
Nobody buys me. Nobody buys me either.
They are 43, 42. And Jimmy, my old son, Jimmy is my oldest son. He is the Assistant Secretary of the Commerce Department of the State of Virginia.
Master Rhee, you are a terrific athlete. You're a fantastic musician. You are a an author of not only Trutopia, but I think you've written at least a couple of other books that I can think of. You've also indoctrinated over 45 years, so many members of Congress, some of whom are no longer with us, but all of whom have appreciated your tutelage and your instruction to provide discipline and forethought to their actions, to give them poise and the opportunity to present themselves as better public servants. You've instructed children from little bitty people all the way up, so that, and instilled in them the ideas of discipline and self-discipline and self-respect, so that they study hard, become good students, and become physically fit as well. But I think the most impressive thing that I've seen, and I haven't seen this tonight, and we haven't talked about it, the most impressive thing that I've seen in Master Jhoon Rhee over these many years is that he, as a Korean immigrant over here to this country in his teens, grew to love this country so much that he started memorizing the works of Jefferson and Madison and Paine and all of our forefathers of this nation, and would go around the world and quote them extensively, encouraging people over to the old Soviet Union and elsewhere, and the benefits of America and of American democracy. So, Master Jhoon Rhee, on behalf of all of the members who are assembled behind me, and all of the members of Congress who participated in your training exercises in Taekwondo over these many years, it's our honor and our privilege to present to you and your lovely wife, Teresa, because she's part of the system, a plaque which says, for your 45 years of voluntary service, Master Rhee, we appreciate your volunteer service teaching 350 members of the United States Congress over the last 45 years, dated September 30th, 2010.
I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Lisa Warner, the graphic designer, and Jim Warner, the book editor of the book Trutopia, my lifetime dedicated work.